Israel Maimón llegó a ser el CEO Development Corporation. No, perdón, es el director de los bonos de Israel. Perdón, pero lo hice en inglés, no puedo. Bueno. Israel sirvió en el ejército, en el grupo elite de Golani, en infantería, llegó a brigadier, fue el comandante, ¿no? Es abogado de profesión, trabajó con el primer ministro Sharon y con Ehud Olmert, y muy de cerca con Shimon Peres. Ahora es el presidente de Israel Bonds y le pido que nos dirija unas palabras, Israel.
Thank you. First of all, thank you very much. I would like to start with saying thank you, Jaime and Voa, Deborah. Thank you very much for organizing it, to open your house. It's a real pleasure to be here, and I really want to thank you. I'm sure you all know, but Jaime is not only the host, and Jaime and Dvorah are not only the host. Jaime is a board member. Excuse me for speaking English. I'm sorry. I can speak English or Hebrew. This is it. But Jaime is a great board member of our national and international activities, and is active in every way he can to assist Israel Bonds, but not only with Israel Bonds. You all know him, how much he contributes and how much he is active for Jewish causes, for Israel causes. So thank you very much, Jaime and Dvorah. Thank you very much for all you're doing. Really. Don't worry, I'm not going to speak long. I came here from New York with our team. Jeff, raise your hand. Jeff Pollack is our vice president of our international activity. And Jeff, by the way, is celebrating today his birthday. And our international activity, by the way, for those who don't know, Israel Bonds is in Canada, in Europe, in Mexico, and in Brazil. And of course, you all know David Baron, that came especially from Israel, and is so dedicated for Israel Bonds for so many years. Sol and his wife, Isaac, where you are? Isaac, that is working for us, and Vicky, where you are? So this is the team that works for us in Mexico, and I would like to thank all of them for their activities for Israel Bonds. For me, I used to live all my life in Israel. And a year and a half ago, I moved to New York, especially for this position. As you heard from Jaime, I was working as a lawyer in the private sector, but later I was asked by Prime Minister Ariel Sharon to be the Maskir HaMemshala, the government secretary, the cabinet secretary, the one that is trying to run the government. Trying. But at that time I was privileged to work, while on my right side in the cabinet room, Ariel Sharon. On my left side there was Shimon Peres. And on the other side there was Prime Minister. Back then he was Minister of Finance Netanyahu. Now he's the Prime Minister. So it was in 2005. So working next to them, I learned so much of the importance of the things that even though I'm considering myself young, but I see my role and my vision, exactly how Sharon and Peres spoke about it as the founders of the State of Israel, about the continuity of the Jewish people. And at that time, when I was cabinet secretary, we used to receive Israel Bonds delegation, and I was sitting from the other side. And now I am privileged and honored to be from this side of the table, working with our team in order to promote Israel Bonds, and of course working with the leadership. And after a year in my position, I know that Israel Bonds is so successful because people like you, the leaders of the community. And when I'm speaking about leaders of the community, it's not just about Israel Bonds. It's leaders with all Jewish causes, whether it's synagogue, whether it's the center, whether it's the Israel Bonds or donation to Israel causes. And I would like really, as an Israeli, as former cabinet secretary, who always will look at himself as representing the state of Israel, I really appreciate what you're doing and full of thanks to everything you're doing, whether it's Israel Bonds or something else. So this is the first message I want to convey this evening. Israel Bonds was established in 1951. And from 1951, do you know how much Israel Bond sold all over the world? $40 billion. So all of you are visiting Israel, and I'm sure that through the years you saw how Israel transformed from an agriculture country that struggles for its economy, the pioneers, to what it is today. An incubator for so many startups, a great economy that is competing with the best economies in the world. And it's not only because of Israel Bonds, but the 40 billion is really meaningful. And Israel is so strong because of people like you and others all over the world. But when I come to Mexico, I have to say, it's a very easy work for us. When I'm going to LA, you have to speak about why it's important to support the state of Israel. When I'm going to Chicago, I'm not going to offend the Canadians, but it's a good example. Canada has 400,000 Jews. Meaning that you are 10%. Now Canada is selling, through the years, something like $100 million of Israel bonds. At the peak, Mexico sold, at 1 year, $100 million of Israel bonds. So 10 in size, but you do much more with your power. And it's exactly because you don't need any lecture about the support to the state of Israel and how much you are connected to your heritage, to Judaism. And my vision for my coming years to Israel Bond is to really re-establish our activities in Mexico. We were very active in the past. Because of regulation issues, the Ministry of Finance stopped working in Mexico and in Latin America for a few years. But we are here back. And we are here back with full power. And I promise you that I'm here personally for the success of all Latin American countries' activities of Israel Bonds. And we have the support and the confidence from the Ministry of Finance. So this is my vision for the coming 4 years, is to re-establish and to make Israel Bonds again great in Mexico and in other places. And the second thing I'm going to be focused, not only in Mexico but in other places, is to work in order to attract the next leadership, the new generation, to be active. It brings me back to Sharon and to Shimon Peres. They always, when they met with Jewish delegations, they emphasized the importance of keeping the continuity of the Jewish people. There are a lot of places around the world, flags, that have crosses, Slav, because there are many places that can have Christians. There are many places with flags with crescents, Sahab, for the Muslims. There is only one flag with Magen David, because we have only one state for the Jewish people. This is why we have to secure it. So thank you very much for having me this evening. Again, thank you for our host, Jaime, Dvora, thank you for everything. And I'm sure that all together we can do great things for our beloved state of Israel and for the Jewish people. Thank you.